Alright, so this is going to be the short review, and by that short I mean under 15 minutes. I've had a lot of people ask me what I like about this, whether or not I like the game. Let's just start there. Whether or not I like it, and if I do, what I like about it. So one of the first things I like about it is the prone camouflage feature, though I don't necessarily like the animation. The goofy predator animation I find a little cheesy, but I like the feature, the idea that you can basically blend into your surroundings to disappear from whatever. That's great. Um, Let me just scroll through the menus. This will be the quickest way to do this. Skill trees. Oh man, I love the skill trees in this. Why? Because it is pick your own adventure as to how you want your operator to develop. Okay, like I want extra perks. I wanted to be able to do mark upgrades on my weapons. Though one of those feels a little wasted because I haven't been able to get the parts to do it, and I'll explain that in a second. And then you decide how you want to go. If you want an all-around cool dude, you can do that. If you want to be gadget heavy, you can do that. I decided I didn't want to be gadget heavy, so went on a different way, right? I wanted to be tough, so I went up here. I want to regain health when I knife somebody, like you do in Fallen Ghosts. That's a skill you can pick. You have survival skills you can pick, depending. You want to not fall down mountains so much. You can do that here. Actually, while we're there we go. You want to increase your climb speed. You can do that too. Economy stuff. Unlock helicopters. Unlock weaponized vehicles. Tactic stuff. All kinds of things you can do. Okay. Kill drones easier. Get health restore after destroying a drone. Awesome. Especially since some of those will take it out of you. Technique accelerant. Whatever. There's so much stuff you can do here, and only a few way out on the sides really are really class specific. You can work your way out and decide what you want to do and what you want to be. You want night vision on your drone, you have to do a lot of recon skills. And so what I wish you could really scroll out on the skill menu. I still have a skill point to spend, and I don't know what I want to spend it on yet. I'll figure something out eventually. It basically allows you to customize your ghost and to specialize him as a tier 1 operator would over the course of his career. Or do various schools, get better at something. Realism, is that realistic? Sort of. A Navy SEAL author named Dick Crouch did a book called, I was about to give a history lesson there. Let's just say he did a book called Downrange, and in the book he describes how during a deployment, I think it was Alpha Platoon, maybe Bravo Platoon from SEAL Team 3, developed a new method of reaching an oil tanker bridge by constructing an ad hoc crane thing. Don't ask. It's a longer story than I want to tell right now, but I just passed my mark. I passed my mark. So where am I at on the map? I tend to start heading downhill. So I like that. I like that you can adapt to your surroundings to learn your skills. That is a real life thing. Oh, there we go. Well, that does work a lot better. So, what else? Okay, let's do this quickly. Weaponsmith. Alright, so we're going to look at my favorite rifle here in weapons and weaponsmith, gunsmith, whatever. I'm sorry to say it, but the options here I find really lacking. Okay, that's one of the biggest downers of this game for me, are the options they put into weaponsmith and how limited they actually are for the customization of your own rifle. And in some ways, I personally feel like they did it to bloat the loot pool. Okay, what I do like is the mark system, is it allows you to invest in a weapon system, personalize it, customize it, improve it, much like an operator would do in real life, to tune it into the way they like it. And you notice it says will be applied on all 416. So anytime you pick up anywhere in the world one of these new rifles, you're already working on these passive bonuses and all these, +1 damage, +1 accuracy, +1 accuracy, +1 accuracy, +1 accuracy. Will it show me what's in 3? No, it won't. I really want to see what's in Mark 3, but it's probably more of the same. So it improves your overall use of the weapon, the speed, like in Mark 1 upgrades or speed, reload, speed ups. Okay, I like all of that. I think it's really cool, very realistic. Um, Gear, tiered gear, not a fan. And I really don't like the way content is gated by it. For instance, yeah, the way content is gated by it. Okay, and the way that weapons are either RNG or scattered around the world. What do I mean by that? So there's two ways that you can acquire the weapon you want. One is to know a place like down here in Fen Bog, something Whitestone Farm. So Whitestone Farm has the 416. Every so often, once I've leveled up enough, the crates will reset and I can go back in, raid the base again, clear the base again, and get the crate once again with the 416 now to my level. Okay, so that's one way I can get a 416. The other way is you see down at the bottom you have a blueprint, which was also found in that base. The blueprint allows you to buy the weapon for scale credits anytime you want in the store in Erewhon. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Here are the issues I have with it. One, you have to find the intelligence to find the weapon. Now I'm sure within a week or two of this game being out, all the locations will be put on a map and you can quickly find what you're looking for, more or less. Hopefully with the exact location of the crate that holds it within the base. Why do I say that? Because my other favorite weapon is the HK USP. You'll notice I have that as my handgun, the USP Tactical. Where did I find that lovely blueprint? Right here in a Wolves base, level 150. Now you notice my gear level right now is only 30. When I raided that base, my gear level right now is only 40. When I raided that base initially, my gear level was only 21. That was a tough fight. There's a couple ways you can go about it, but you can sit there and blast away body shots on a wolf with an M82. I mean, guys taking a 50 caliber, okay, in this game of 338, to the chest, and yes, so back to weaponsmith real quick, and this will be my last weaponsmith comment. And they won't go down. Like I think I had to pop them 3-4 times with what's supposed to be a 50 caliber round before the guys will drop, which I find one to be insanely absurd, and two, it's just it's a very high risk proposition to get a weapon, or whatever, and so it feels to me like they're gating some of the equipment that we like behind really hard challenges. Now, all right, let me weaponsmith this real quick. So, M82, which is the Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle. Notice, great attention to realism right here. They have it as a 338, and 338 is the actual ammo that you pick up throughout the world. Notice look at my other longer, probably twice this video that I tried to do a review in, and you'll see that as much as they said they were, I don't believe that the speeds are actually realistic either. Okay, other dislikes. My main other dislike is night vision. It just looks way too washed out, and it never quite feels dark enough in the world for it, and it doesn't adapt well at all to various light sources, ambient light sources, and so it just makes, including like it seems like every PMC wearing a headlamp, so it just makes it really hard to navigate with and use effectively. That's my one down there. Now, I know some people don't like the animations of moving and running. I'm kind of torn on them. Some of them I really like. Some of them I feel are nigh unrealistic. Others not as much. Yeah, it is what it is. I know they were all mo-capped, but as I said to one person in a DM, mo-capping sounds like a great idea, and it does work. I mean, you get semi-realistic movements, but you're gonna move differently depending on what gear you're wearing. I mean, right now, my ghost is wearing a pair of Bates boots.
Later, those ghosts will learn they don't have a
It's called Navy boots in this game. So he's wearing a pair of Bates boots, and very little pack weight, battle belt, all that. You're gonna move one way when you're dressed that way. You put him in a pair of Salomons, or Basque Jock Smalley Sports, or one of those other trail running type shoes that tier 1 guys use, and he's going to move differently. You drop off, you put a 75-pound rock on his back, or a 50-pound rock, or a 25-pound rock, and he's going to move differently. You make him wet and sandy, he's going to move differently. How he was trained to make him move differently. Like guys from Buds, guys that have gone through Buds run differently than guys who went through the SFQ course. Why? Because something about spending 6 months wet and sandy, and trying not to grind off important parts, changes the way you run. That's just real life. So I know that they actually use real operators to mocap this stuff, and I'm betting if you can get the exact loadout that they wore when they mocap this stuff, it'll look way more realistic than if I were to drop off to no pack and just have a plate carrier on and how he's moving right now. I'm just saying, that's just the way it is. What else? The last thing I really like in this game is something I'm about to demonstrate, is the combat. I find it hard to always go, maybe this is just me, but I find it really hard to always go stealth, mostly because your sync shot abilities are quite limited. You can have a maximum of 5 sync shots. And these guys tend to group up a lot, so that leaves you almost always wind up breaking stealth at some point. So then you either have to break contact and wait for everything to die down, or
I'm killing on sight the moment I see one.
Get into a running firefight. And personally, I find the running firefights, while not entirely realistic, really intense and really fun. Um, that's just me. So maybe you don't, maybe you do, but that's what I like, or what I found, and how I feel. If I can find these guys and show you more.
Right.
Just grabbed one of those for the intel he was carrying, but oh well. And you know, maybe you can go stealth. Maybe you can transition targets quick enough. Look at this.
Huh?
Too late. So that was stealth broken right there. I was. Oh. Headshots work really well. I highly suggest headshots. The music. The music is great. Adds ambiance. I was really hoping to get purple here. Oh well. It's QB time, baby.
We got no visual on them. They're gonna kill us. They're here. Got him.
Tap him! Tap him! Oops, screw it. And that's it. Gunfight over. Yes, right now I am playing on a lower difficulties. I'm just running around and having fun, and I wanted to talk to you while I was doing it. So, there's that. Like I said, I find, especially on harder difficulties, I find the gunfights really intense and really fun because of it. So there you go. That's my review. Overall, I like the game. I find it fairly immersive. I find it something I can do for a long period of time. There's some tweaks I hope they'll make to it. By they, I mean Ubisoft. There's some glaring errors that they've made, like American flag patches backwards on the shoulders and things like that, that I also hope they fix. 50 cals using 338. This is also kind of embarrassing. But other than that, it's a really fun game. So that's my final take on it. It may look wonky. If you're expecting Wildlands, it's not Wildlands. Okay, it's just not. It's its own game, but it's fun in its own right. That's my final takeaway on it. So with that, final takeaway. Thank you for watching. Till next time.